I want to begin with a simple yet powerful statement after 60, it doesn't matter. Now, before you jump to conclusions, let me explain. In society, there is often a mindset that life slows down after a certain age, particularly after 60. People start to think that dreams become unattainable, that opportunities fade, or that our time to make an impact is past. But I am here to tell you today that after 60, it doesn't matter what others think, and it doesn't matter how society defines success. As we journey through life, we accumulate a wealth of knowledge and experiences that shape who we are. By the time we reach the age of 60, this accumulation of wisdom and experience becomes a powerful asset, one that often surpasses any other advantage. Wisdom isn't just about knowing facts or recalling information, it's the understanding gained from years of living, making mistakes, overcoming challenges, and succeeding. It's the ability to view life from a broader perspective, with a deeper appreciation for its complexities. With age comes the gift of hindsight, allowing us to reflect on past decisions and actions with clarity. As we look back, we often realize that the mistakes we once viewed as failures were actually lessons in disguise. These experiences, which might have seemed difficult or painful at the time, have equipped us with invaluable insights. We've learned what works and what doesn't, and perhaps more importantly, we've come to understand what truly matters. Over time, we learn to stop sweating the small stuff and focus on what brings us fulfillment and joy. One of the greatest benefits of wisdom is the ability to make better decisions. When we're young, we often make choices based on impulse, peer pressure, or a desire for approval. But by the time we reach our 60s, we've likely learned the importance of careful thought and self-reflection. We understand that the immediate satisfaction of a decision often fades, while the long-term consequences can last much longer. This awareness allows us to make decisions based on what will truly enrich our lives and bring us peace. Moreover, experience provides us with emotional resilience. Over the years, we've faced setbacks, disappointments, and losses. We've navigated the ups and downs of relationships, work, health, and personal growth. These challenges, though difficult, have strengthened our ability to cope with adversity. We no longer view obstacles as insurmountable walls, but rather as temporary setbacks that can be overcome. This resilience allows us to approach life with a sense of calm, knowing that no matter what comes our way, we have the inner strength to face it. The wisdom gained through experience also helps us develop empathy and compassion. When we've walked through life's challenges ourselves, we're more likely to understand and connect with others who are facing their own struggles. We've learned that everyone has a story, and we've learned not to judge others too quickly. The ability to empathize with others and offer support is one of the most profound ways that wisdom manifests in our lives. At 60, we have the emotional intelligence to build stronger relationships, offer guidance, and serve as mentors to those who may be navigating challenges we've already faced. Furthermore, by the time we reach 60, we've likely seen enough of life to understand its impermanence. We've learned to appreciate the present moment more deeply. We understand that time is finite and that every day is a precious gift. This awareness encourages us to prioritize the things that truly bring us happiness, whether that's spending more time with family, pursuing a passion, or simply enjoying life's simple pleasures. We've learned that happiness doesn't come from accumulating material possessions or achievements, but from deep, meaningful experiences and connections. Of course, wisdom doesn't mean we have all the answers or that we are exempt from making mistakes, but it does mean that with age, we develop a more nuanced understanding of the world and our place in it. We become more self-assured, not because we know everything, but because we are comfortable with the uncertainty of life. We understand that we can't control everything, but we can control how we respond to what life throws our way. In conclusion, wisdom and experience are two of the greatest gifts that time bestows upon us. By the age of 60, we've lived through enough to have developed a deep understanding of life's complexities and to have gained the tools necessary to navigate them. The wisdom we've gained allows us to make better decisions, handle challenges with resilience, and live with greater empathy and appreciation for the present moment. It's not just about knowing what to do, it's about knowing how to live. And this, more than anything, is what makes our wisdom and experience so valuable as we move into the next phase of life. As we move through life, we often find ourselves shaped by the expectations and judgments of others. From an early age, we are taught to conform to societal norms, meet the standards set by our families, schools, workplaces, and communities. These expectations become the framework through which we evaluate our worth, our success, and our place in the world. However, as we grow older, and particularly as we reach the age of 60, a remarkable transformation begins to occur: the freedom from external expectations. By the time we reach our 60s, many of the pressures that once seemed so dominant begin to lose their hold. We have lived through decades of trying to meet the expectations placed upon us, whether by our parents, teachers, friends, or society at large. As we age, we gain the perspective to recognize that these external pressures are often transient and may not always align with our true desires and values. For many, the weight of these expectations begins to lift as we become more self-aware and self-assured, realizing that our happiness doesn't need to be defined by anyone else but ourselves. One of the most liberating aspects of freedom from external expectations is the ability to define success on our own terms. In our younger years, we may have been driven by the desire to achieve certain milestones, graduating from school, securing a prestigious job, climbing the career ladder, or accumulating material wealth. These markers of success were often handed to us by society, and while they may have been important at the time, they can sometimes overshadow the deeper desires of the heart. By the time we reach 60, however, we've had enough life experience to realize that success is not a one-size-fits-all concept. What matters more than anything is how we feel about our achievements and whether we are living authentically. At 60, there is a deep sense of relief that comes from recognizing that we no longer have to conform to the standards set by others. We no longer need to prove ourselves in the way we once did. There is a freedom in letting go of the need for validation from external sources. This doesn't mean that we stop caring about others or their opinions, but it does mean that we no longer allow their judgments to dictate our self-worth. We realize that it is far more important to be true to ourselves than to live up to someone else's idea of who we should be. This freedom is especially profound when it comes to our relationships. Throughout life, we often feel the pressure to fit into certain roles, whether as a dutiful son or daughter, a successful employee, a perfect parent, or a reliable friend. These roles come with unspoken expectations that can be exhausting to maintain, and many of us spend years striving to meet them. But by the time we reach 60, we've likely come to understand that these roles are not as rigid as we once believed. We have the power to redefine the roles we play in our relationships, to let go of outdated obligations, and to nurture the connections that truly nourish us. We can choose to prioritize the relationships that bring us joy and peace, and we can release those that no longer serve us or align with our values. This newfound freedom also allows us to embrace personal growth without fear of judgment. In our younger years, we may have been afraid to take risks or pursue new paths because we feared how others would perceive us. The pressure to succeed or to adhere to societal norms can stifle our creativity and limit our potential, but as we age, we develop a sense of inner security that allows us to take chances. Whether it's learning a new skill, starting a business, or changing careers, we are no longer bound by the need for external approval. The fear of failure diminishes as we understand that mistakes are part of the process and that success looks different for everyone. Perhaps one of the greatest freedoms that comes with this release from external expectations is the ability to live life on our own terms. We no longer feel the pressure to keep up with the Joneses, to follow a predetermined path, or to pursue goals that don't resonate with us. We have the confidence to choose what brings us joy, whether that means traveling, volunteering, creating art, or simply enjoying the quiet moments with loved ones. The external noise quiets down, and we become more attuned to our own inner voice. We learn to listen to our own desires, to make choices based on what feels right for us, and to trust that this path is as valid as any other. Moreover, the freedom from external expectations allows us to let go of comparisons. In our younger years, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparing ourselves to others, whether it's our peers' careers, family lives, or accomplishments. But as we approach our 60s, we realize that this constant comparison is a fruitless exercise. We come to understand that everyone's journey is different, and success is not measured by external benchmarks, but by how content we are with our own lives. We begin to see that what works for someone else may not be right for us, and that's perfectly okay. As we reach the age of 60, many of us have accumulated a lifetime of experiences, and the thought of new beginnings may seem like an endeavor better suited for younger individuals. However, one of the most exciting aspects of reaching this stage in life is the realization that new opportunities and fresh starts are not only possible, they are often the most rewarding and fulfilling parts of the journey. Throughout our lives, we are often told that our options are limited by age, that certain milestones must be reached by a particular time, and that after a certain age, new ventures become increasingly impractical. However, these societal expectations are based on outdated notions of what is possible. In reality, age offers a unique perspective, making it the perfect time for reinvention. The wisdom we've acquired over the years and the experiences we've lived through give us an advantage that younger individuals may not yet possess: the ability to make better decisions, the resilience to handle challenges, and the freedom to pursue what truly matters. At 60, we often find that the pressure to meet external expectations is no longer as strong as it once was. Many of the traditional goals that may have driven us, such as climbing the corporate ladder, raising children, or acquiring wealth, may already be accomplished. With these milestones behind us, we have the opportunity to shift focus and begin something entirely new. It could be a career change, a new hobby, or even a shift in our lifestyle. The possibilities are endless. The experience we've accumulated is not a limitation, rather, it's a foundation upon which we can build something new and exciting. One of the greatest advantages of new beginnings at this stage in life is the freedom to pursue passions that were perhaps neglected in the past. Throughout our careers and earlier years, we often put our dreams on hold to meet the responsibilities of work, family, and other obligations. As we reach our 60s, we have the opportunity to rediscover these passions. Whether it's starting a new business, traveling to new destinations, volunteering for causes we care about, or learning a new skill, our passions can become the driving force behind our next chapter. This is also the perfect time to explore creativity. Many people find that as they enter their 60s, their desire to create grows stronger. Whether it's writing a book, painting, gardening, or learning a musical instrument, engaging in creative endeavors can bring a sense of fulfillment that wasn't attainable during the busier years of life. The act of creation, whether through art, music, or even innovative thinking in a new job, brings a sense of purpose and joy. The opportunities to express oneself and explore new avenues of creativity are abundant, and they often come with a deep sense of satisfaction and achievement. Furthermore, new beginnings often bring a sense of personal growth. The decision to take a new path at 60, whether in our career or personal life, forces us to adapt and grow in ways that we may not have anticipated. Starting something new means stepping out of our comfort zone, and although this may feel intimidating, it is also incredibly empowering. It teaches us to trust ourselves and reminds us that we are never too old to learn, evolve, and embrace new challenges. It's a reminder that we are always capable of growth, no matter where we are in life. There's also the opportunity to deepen relationships or build new connections. At 60, many individuals find themselves surrounded by family and friends, and the chance to connect more deeply with others can be incredibly fulfilling. Whether it's mentoring younger generations, joining social groups, or simply spending more time with loved ones, these relationships often take on new depth and meaning. Additionally, for those who may be less connected with their community or family, this can be the time to build new relationships through shared activities or by joining new social circles. The most exciting aspect of new opportunities at 60 is that there is no age limit to reinvention. The world is constantly evolving, and there are always opportunities to be a part of something new. Technological advances, changes in the workplace, and new trends in wellness, travel, and entertainment all offer new avenues for exploration. People in their 60s are increasingly starting second careers, traveling the world, or using their skills to contribute to social causes. This willingness to embrace new opportunities has never been more important as we live longer, healthier lives and find ourselves with the time and energy to pursue what we may have put off for years. At this stage in life, there's also a unique sense of perspective that allows us to approach new opportunities with a sense of clarity and calm. Because we have lived through so much already, we are able to evaluate opportunities more thoughtfully and make decisions that align with our true values and desires. This insight helps to eliminate distractions and focus on what matters most, whether that's seeking out fulfilling work, contributing to causes that resonate with us, or simply enjoying a new and rewarding chapter in life. In conclusion, new opportunities and beginnings after 60 are not only possible, they are some of the most exciting and rewarding experiences we can have. The freedom that comes with age, the wisdom accumulated over the years, and the ability to pursue our passions with a sense of clarity all create the perfect environment for reinvention. The possibilities are endless, and the opportunity to start anew is not something that fades with age. It only becomes more vibrant and accessible with time. Life after 60 offers a world of opportunity, and it's never too late to begin again. The power of personal choice is one of the most profound freedoms that come with age, particularly as we reach our 60s. By this time, many of us have lived through enough experiences to understand that our choices are not just reflections of who we are, they shape who we become. The decisions we make in life are not merely about the immediate consequences, but also about the long-term direction we choose for ourselves. At 60, we are in a unique position to fully grasp the importance of personal choice and how it can lead to a life of deeper fulfillment and authenticity. One of the most liberating aspects of personal choice is the realization that we no longer need to conform to the expectations of others. Throughout our younger years, society, family, and peers often influence the decisions we make. We are encouraged to follow certain paths, attending a specific school, pursuing a particular career, marrying at a certain age, or living in a certain way. These choices are often driven by a desire for approval, societal norms, or the fear of judgment. But as we approach our 60s, we have lived enough to understand that we are the authors of our own lives. We begin to see that it's our life to live, and we have the power to make choices that align with our values, desires, and passions, rather than simply meeting the expectations of those around us. The freedom to make personal choices allows us to break free from the constraints of past decisions. By the time we reach 60, we've had a variety of experiences that may have shaped us in ways we didn't anticipate. Some of these experiences may have been positive, while others might have been challenging or difficult. Regardless, by this stage, we've learned that we are not bound by our past choices. The beauty of personal choice is that it gives us the power to redefine who we are at any stage of life. If we're dissatisfied with certain aspects of our life, whether it's our career, relationships, or lifestyle, we can choose to make changes. We are not limited by age or circumstance. We have the freedom to move in new directions and make the necessary adjustments to live a life that feels authentic to us. Another significant aspect of the power of personal choice is that it enables us to prioritize what truly matters. As we age, we begin to realize that time is one of our most valuable assets. We no longer want to waste time on things that don't bring us joy, fulfillment, or purpose. This clarity allows us to make intentional choices that align with our core values. Whether it's deciding to spend more time with loved ones, focusing on a passion project, pursuing new hobbies, or contributing to causes that resonate deeply with us, personal choice empowers us to focus on what brings us true happiness. This ability to be intentional with our time creates a sense of purpose and contentment that often eludes us when we're caught up in the pressures of living up to external expectations. The power of personal choice also gives us the ability to choose how we respond to life's challenges. As we grow older, we encounter both expected and unexpected challenges, whether related to health, relationships, or personal setbacks. At 60, we have likely faced enough adversity to know that while we cannot always control what happens to us, we can control how we react. This sense of agency is incredibly empowering. When faced with a challenge, we can choose to approach it with a positive mindset, seek out solutions, and learn from the experience. Alternatively, we can choose to dwell on negativity or become resigned to our situation. The beauty of personal choice is that we always have the power to decide how we move forward, even when circumstances seem beyond our control. Moreover, personal choice enables us to embrace self-compassion and acceptance. One of the most powerful choices we can make as we age is to embrace who we are, flaws, imperfections, and all. For much of our earlier lives, we may have been critical of ourselves, striving for perfection or meeting an idealized version of success. But as we reach 60, we often become more comfortable with who we are. We understand that perfection is an illusion and that our uniqueness is something to be celebrated. By making the conscious choice to love and accept ourselves, we open the door to greater inner peace and self-fulfillment. This decision has a profound impact on our mental and emotional well-being, allowing us to embrace our age and stage of life with grace and gratitude. The ability to make personal choices also fosters a sense of independence and empowerment. As we enter our 60s, we may find ourselves in a position where we have more control over our time, finances, and daily activities. This newfound independence gives us the freedom to pursue what matters most to us without feeling beholden to the demands of others. Whether it's traveling, taking up a new hobby, or simply enjoying the peace and solitude of our own company, we have the autonomy to make decisions that are based solely on our desires and needs. This sense of self-reliance and empowerment can be incredibly fulfilling as it reinforces the belief that we are capable of creating the life we want. In conclusion, the power of personal choice is one of the most empowering aspects of life, especially as we reach our 60s. At this stage, we are no longer bound by societal expectations, the opinions of others, or the constraints of past decisions. We have the freedom to redefine our lives, focus on what truly matters, and choose how we respond to the challenges that come our way. The ability to make choices that align with our values, desires, and passions brings a deep sense of fulfillment and contentment, allowing us to live authentically and with purpose. Ultimately, the power of personal choice gives us the freedom to live the life we've always wanted on our terms, at our own pace, and in our own pace.